didn't come back up this way? I thought I saw you right back.
I did. I came back up and waited, and I'm like, all right, I'll go back down. And
You're smarter than all of us.
I'm like, fuck, I better go back here.
Well, you burned an extra gallon just going back and forth. You still got over. Oh,
I
it's
think
right
we're
there,
fine.
right? Is that,
Yeah, if I stand it up a little deep more, I think.
Well, good news that Eric kid, we broke him in today.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be scared of shit.
One or
now.
two things happen. He either says I'm never fucking doing that again, or he's like, that wasn't so bad, I'll do that again.
Or I think I can. Yeah.
Or
Because I rode with people up in the Pikes, right? And they'd say, oh, how badass riders they are. Okay, we take them, they look, and they go, no, I'm not riding that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, I hope you know how to get back. We're like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, no, this is fun.
It wasn't so bad. I've never done that stuff before.
The Pirates?
No, what we just did.
rock stuff?
Yeah, he's a quad guy.
Yeah, this is like my fourth time
Okay,
on a
I
bike.
thought you had said
did
that.
good,
You were
dude.
doing really
Yeah,
good
he's a
because I was
good
thinking
rider.
that you were saying you hadn't ridden dirt a lot. But you were like, had natural
You
lines.
did
and
real
were
good
just
then.
I've
you
been
know,
sand all my life.
dropping off the.
Oh, dude.
I mean, with your bikes especially. I mean, even mine, they're light enough that you can just drop off the stuff. You know, and just roll it through.
Pretty much.
Oh,
There was
he's
no
done really
big
well then.
drop-offs of any rocks. I mean, it was 3 or 4
Well, that
inches at a
silt-
time.
Yeah, silt section and that's rock. That's a good test. This is fine. There's nothing to this. It's just chunk. It's like when we were driving up to the racetrack, how lumpy it was.
Yeah.
Because the altitude change come up here, you go through like 3 different stratas of rocks. You'll see it.
Yeah.
And it's just lumpy. It just
Well, this stuff here, this is actually my favorite kind of riding.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like I'm riding,
Yeah.
If I'm just on a road doing 55 mile an hour, I mean, I'm just covering miles then.
Yeah.
Get something to where there's a little bit of, gotta be a little bit, a little bit of, okay, to make you feel like you're doing something.
Gotta pick a line.
Yeah, you gotta do something. You gotta. We did some riding on the backside of Tehachapi. I don't know what the canyon is. It's when you drop down
That canyon's a
into,
little dusty and dirty, Clint.
and you start.
Never ridden up there at all.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's nice. I mean, it's close. It's a big
Are
thing.
you on the
Pull your
east or
chain
the
up.
south side of the mountain? So above Tehachapi proper?
So yeah,
Perfect.
so above Tehachapi on the mountains that go down towards Rosemont and
Oh,
Mojave.
okay. That
The
sounds,
Rosemont Mojave side
yeah, that sounds cool.
is a lot.
Bean Canyon.
It's Bean Canyon and
Yeah.
all the chutes off of there. And so we took one, and it's not a normal trail, but you drop down in this tiny little canyon. It's like, oh yeah, we can make it, down. It's kind of, you're about like this height. We can go down this way, and you go, 200 yards, and there's a little waterfall drop off.
Oh, yeah.
About
I know
2
exactly
footers,
where
about
you're
2
talking
footers.
about.
And it's like, oh, that's not bad. We can get down that. You go a little bit further. There's like a 3-footer.
Yep.
It's like, okay, we can get down that.
Uh-huh.
Then there's like a 4-footer. Now you're thinking, there's no way we're going back up.
Yeah, it's
I
exactly.
hope there's not an 8-footer coming up because
You're exactly. I've been right there thinking exact. Oh
like-
fuck! I hope we don't got to turn
yeah,
around and go
I mean,
back
we
up
went
this.
all the way, and the last one is a pretty big drop, and we like, okay, well, let's just,
Yep, we
get
did that.
down it and
I had
pray
the-
to God we don't have to try to get
Yeah.
these bikes back up.
Isn't the rule don't cut down anything you can't get back up?
Well, it should be, but we don't. Follow
Because
the
it's
rules.
one of those things that you're like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Well, because the first one,
Yeah.
it lures you
It
in.
lures
It's
you
like,
in,
Oh, here's
man.
a little 2-footer. I can get up a 2-footer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a jump, but
I had guys once in the mountains across Garlock. If you went, it would be on 14. You'd take Schmidt's Tunnel Road out, or this I can't remember what those mountains are called there. It's on the west side of Garlock Highway, on the Dove Springs side. Trying to come up one of those things. The
Yeah.
guys that were much better than me, and they were like, "No, that bike will go up that. You just don't know how to do it. So
Yeah.
here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna
talking
turn around
about
and go
going up-
there, and you're gonna put it in this gear, and you're gonna get to this speed." And 2 guys stood up on top of it.
to catch it.
Put your front wheel right here, and one guy stood in the middle and put his boot out and said, "Put your front wheel right on my boot." And I did what they said, and I flew up it, and they grabbed me in the handlebars and just pulled me over.
Oh, that's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust.
That's like riding across the plank to a boat.
I've
You're just
never-
like, fuck.
I haven't done that, but I've ridden with guys that do that.
Well, I've
They'll
seen guys that
just-
ride.
They'll just shoot up this stuff just with blind faith that their bike is going to go up and it's going to go have enough
momentum.
this
Yeah, just
momentum, so their back tire is catches, you know,
Yep.
when it drops down. And I'm always like, no, if I go straight up, I'm not going to go forward enough. I'm just going to go straight back down that 3 or 4 foot that I just climbed.
that's pretty much what will happen.
So I've never been the one to do it, but
Once you've seen guys do stuff on your bike that you didn't know was physically
Yeah.
possible, you realize that I'm the problem, not the bike.
oh yeah.
So we were on some single track up in the Paiutes, and it's the first time I was on that trail. I think I was with Brent that day, and it was Patrick Garahan and Jimmy Lewis were with us. And I'm like, we're going pretty good. And next thing I know, I hear noise on my right-hand side. That's the cliff to certain death. He's off the trail on the side of the mountain, right around everybody. I'm like, but that's where you die. Like, and he fucking gone. I'm like, okay, I'm never trying that, but I guess it's possible. I just saw it with my own eyes. Gotta believe it. But that's a different kind of rider.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah, that's not me either. Never gonna be me. I'm not that good of a rider.
No.
Oh, we got a money's worth today.
Yeah. No, this was a good ride.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the best.
I've enjoyed it.
We've had some real off-road. A lot of times.
Have you gone up Mangala?
Jesus, this fucking GoPro's gonna need a bath, Clint.
I'd have taken mine out of the case and get hot.
Dude, it's so covered in silt. I'm gonna have to wipe it down.
Going out to Manson's place.
I don't know how much battery I got left.
Instead of going over the top.
See.